best way I can respond to that is to say that when it comes down to the Amexem-Empire national family, the national collective as a whole, it's like everything else in life. You get out of it what you put into it. And for example, my sector ambassador that runs all of my government operations at the sector level for the North-Amexem. I remember when he came in as lieutenant ambassador. I remember when he got promoted to rank of regional ambassador. And here he is now as my sector ambassador for North-Amexem. And he does the work with distinction. He has mastered material that has been provided unto him. He's been tried in the fire, and he's had to improvise, adapt, and overcome, and go through various scenarios to see how he snaps out of things, see how he works his way through things, and using the training that he was given, he's been able to overcome every hurdle that we've thrown at him, and he's still coming. And so as a consequence of this wonderful effort, he has allowed me to get a few more things done. And here in the North-Amexem, he's things on his watch have been very well. I've been pleased to see expansion into new areas on his watch, i.e. Fatima and Saida. And apparently New Toledo, I'm not quite sure anymore about what's happening with Mukabari. That was moving along pretty well, and all of a sudden it's not exactly where it was. I'm not quite sure what the story is with that, but we will cover that, I guess, in due course. However, the point remains, there is growth. The Lieutenant Ambassador on the ground in the Arabati has come a long way under his tutelage, and I'm grateful to see that. The training class is 4-1 and training class 4-2. The Minister for the Communications has informed me that he's very pleased with what he's seeing with those particular training classes, maybe with the exception of 4-2 a little bit. He did have a question about that, but by and large, everything under the immediate supervision and interaction of the sector ambassador is most pleasing. He is he's always timely. He's always got all of his details nailed down, and I really appreciate the effort that he puts forward, because it makes sure that everyone that's around him has a standard. They have an example to go by, and not just the sector ambassador, but I must say the other staff we have on the ground here in Ta-Memfis. Wonderful. I love it. Absolutely love it. One of the tightest operations that we have outside the capital city area. Atlantis and Ta-Memfis. Ta-Memfis, hands down, is most certainly very, very, very appropriately dispatched and run. And I absolutely love receiving the reports. When the national ambassador speaks to the issue of what's happening in that particular sector, I know all is well. The Grand Ambassador has made particular comments regarding the growth and development of her sector ambassador, and I'm a firm believer in giving credit where credit is due, because goodness knows when it comes to being in leadership capacity, such as I am and other folks in this jurisdiction, when everything goes all right, we get all the accolades, but the opposite is true. When it goes all wrong, we catch the pasting for not getting things done appropriately. So when we have our imperial government briefings, everyone has to come forward and give a full accounting, and the sector ambassador reports are usually in hand when we have particular reports. So it's all good, it's all love, and as I said, I'm happy to see what's happening, and I'm very pleased with the efforts of my sector ambassador. So I say the Grand Noble Cedric Bey Muhammad El, he is a standard. He is my personal representative on the ground here, and I'm grateful for him.